I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop, aren't you? What are the odds of that?
Well, I thought I was a particularly terrible science fiction amnesiac cop myself. But anyway.
I think the odds of that are very low.
Hello, welcome back to Disco Elysium, where we're about to heroically break into a shed. Well, what have we got in here? Empty tube of magnesium supplement, a cured pig's head. A poster. Silver trait.
Be still, my beating heart. It's amphetamine. Sweet amphetamine.
Well, I knew we could bring this case to a speedy
The
result.
lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you.
Perhaps not. This is below our pay grade, detective. However, see that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial harbor, no? A secret path the local kids use.
Or that. Barrels are half full of rainwater. Okay. That's great and all, but where are we actually going? Oh, this way apparently. What have we found? Don't collapse when I'm walking under it. No, we can't get over the balcony. Well, this is just another way back to where we were. What is that? Let's take a postcard. Okay, we're in. Every little helps. Alright. So where do we go from here?
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here. When the wind ruffles the cloak, you can most definitely see a white rectangle on its back.
Yes, it's probably yours. It bears the RCM insignia, and you have a habit of being careless with your equipment. You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day.
Alright, let's do this. It can only be silly.
Nope, no. That's still too high. What were you thinking? You're not a gymnast. You're a boxer. And you've climbed way too high up there.
Morale critical.
You could have died there. Shit. I'm failing you. This wasn't part of our deal.
Thank you, Brain.
Hey! What happened? I understand. We can always come back when you are feeling better. It's just a cloak after all. The cloak? I do think it's yours, yeah. Well, it doesn't seem too
The cloak looks like a bag of goodies floating in the wind. Who knows what its pockets may hide?
Yeah, not right now. Okay, so... Well, I can't go for the
Falling
cloak.
would possible.
What can I do up here?
Is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the enormous crane towering in the distance over the container yard.
Okay, maybe I can get an enormous crane to
Then
grab my
he
coat.
turns back to the sad piece of fabric flapping in the wind.
I was under the assumption we could ask the leader of this union to help us get this body down. This is why we're here, right?
Yes, it is indeed why we're here.
Or it
Except
could be that we are just exploring.
I'm not sure how to get off this rooftop and down to where the Union fella is. Alright. It looks like we're stuck. That's really quite irritating. I would very much like to not have to come past Kuno again. I hate that child. Okay, where else can we go to kill a bit of time? We haven't been over this way very far, have we? Okay, I like a good indifferent cormorant. Recently painted boat. I'm just investigating all the things.
The streets will flow red once more. A great torrent rushing down Rue de Esperance. You wait and see.
Oh great, here's Enoch Pearl.
The streets will not flow red with anything. Who are you?
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth, blood type, the last time I was tested for Hep C.
Go where? Accosting a miner?
I'm not accosting.
Listen to your partner, pigman. Keep your grubby hooves off little old ladies. Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful mural, an aereo graffitio visible from low orbit.
Okay.
I haven't
I'm
really
sorry I asked.
started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words. Yeah? Lying is cool, I guess.
Let's ask about the murder. That's what we should really be concerned
I
about.
ain't no snitch, pigstein. Go forth and forage in someone else's shit. No shortage of squealers in these parts.
Great. Why do I never get to meet them?
Actually, there is a shortage of people who talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner.
Exactly, Ken.
We weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant, fucko.
Let's see what
The
she's looking
lieutenant
at.
furrows his brow at another one of your eccentricisms. Hatred, disgust. It's difficult to tell which of the two is more present in her girlish features. The woman on the boat does not notice her staring.
Let's go and talk to her instead.
That's on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her.
Ozon is an archipelago 2 days' travel away from Rivershore. Its moneyed residents, used to posh restaurants and upscale boutiques, rarely have reason to visit Montanese.
Ah, not our sort of people at all.
Probably the Wild Pines rep. We should talk to her. She's a professional negotiator, though. I have the feeling she will be very cooperative while telling us nothing.
Fair.
You should take the lead. Ask her unexpected questions, you know? Do your thing. Don't be afraid to get a bit wacky. Throwing her off is our best bet.
Well, Kim already knows what to make of me.
Good idea, piggies. Run along now. Fuck her shit up good. Impound that boat while you're at it. I'd like to watch her swim back to Ozon.
Why do I never get to meet anyone nice?
Watch your back, Ungulate. You've got eyes on you.
What does that say? More construction here once decades ago. Alright. Let's perform a quick customs inspection on these.
A striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her
Someone
green
smiling
raincoat
as I approach. That's a good start.
glistens. A silk scarf is tied around her throat.
Right, come on then.
Good afternoon, officers. I'm Joyce. Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCM.
What gave us
Nothing,
away?
honestly. I've said it to every drunk in town, and you're the first one who's responded.
And we're already backed.
Relax. She meant it in jest.
I'm glad to see you here.
Oh good, I'm glad someone is.
I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will, gladly.
Good, good.
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode. Very unusual. But I can assure you of his ultimate competency.
Thank you, Kim.
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group. Why,
You're on
yes,
boat.
I am. Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around? I mean, we are on Le Caillou, are we not?
Probably? I don't know.
She nods attentively.
Yeah, I think I have a handle on the boat thing. Let's
Everything.
hear about the
Right up to,
strike.
but not including, trade secrets. First, you'd have to repeal the Emergencies Act of Trade in Aliments. That gives me the right to silence. It's quite the octopus.
I don't think I want to go disturbing the
I'm
octopus.
glad you see it that way. To repeal the act would mean repealing the coalition government. The one that leases you the right to police West Revachol.
Okay, okay.
But I am derailing us. You wanted to know about the strike.
Yes. What
I
is your
believe
role?
the official title is Senior Labour Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines' counteroffer.
That sounds fun.
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago, after that awful lynching took place.
Okay, so if we can clear that up.
Now they won't even let me into the harbour. There's a 2-meter 20 racist behemoth blocking the gates.
Yes. Yes, I know the man.
Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived.
No, I can imagine not.
And when did you first arrive?
Talking your way past Measurehead is just futile.
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site, like the RCM.
But the strike began in December.
Thank you, Ken.
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he'd granted the union in prior negotiations.
Oh, well, that's not on.
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike.
Heavens no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive.
Okay, well, they do sound a bit French.
Mr. Clare told him to... how did he put it?
Ooh, this I have to hear.
Fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you see. Keep in mind,
Yeah, that's not cool.
this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before, and who was more than fair with him and the union.
Yeah, let's hear a bit about Mr. Clare.
Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the interests of the workers first. Of course not. Everard is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has
Okay.
thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood. He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar.
Oh, fantastic. Twins.
Yes. Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everard does, and when one's term as foreman is up, the other takes over.
Anyone seen them in the same place at the same time?
That's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues.
Alright, what about the
The
union?
Débardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act, but they did it. I can respect that. Organised labour at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections.
that friendly
The brothers
takeover.
Clare came and transformed it into a... how do you say...
Grift?
A mob. The Débardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, I suspect we'll be forced to cooperate with them.
Yes.
Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Everard and his brother. And your opinion, detective, if I may ask? I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Débardeurs Union is...
I'm going to be tactful.
Of
For
course,
once.
officer.
So what are their
There are
demands?
leaflets everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Oh, yes. Every worker, a member of the board.
I don't know what to think about
Fortunately,
that.
they explained it. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision about anything, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal.
That sounds impractical.
Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group.
It is kind of funny.
They're having a blast. But how can they afford it? After 4 months, my assumption was they would prefer a more practical solution. I'm not sure. Naturally, I assume that was just their opening position. A hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again. And now, people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind
Yes.
the whirling in rags. A disastrous situation if there ever was one.
Yes, we're getting to the reason why I'm here.
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynching?
I
Thank you,
first
Kim.
heard it from the boyer at the gates. The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, "Call me mañana."
This checks out.
Let's find out who put the scabs.
You mean the huddled masses of Jamrog, come to plead for work where the Union refuses to?
Yes, them.
If they were organized by Wild Pines or its affiliates, then it would be a company secret. I could not share it with you. Not right now, at least.
Okay, but we both know.
It's implied. She's open to discussing this matter with you at a later occasion.
So, what happened in the
I'm glad you
elections?
There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the Union. She disappeared.
Disappeared, eh? In mysterious circumstances?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore. Or coming to work. Ever. End of story. Indeed. The company suspects foul play, but there's nothing they could do. It was a Union matter.
Okay,
The point
well,
of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him.
thanks for
Thank
the
you for
warning.
concern, ma'am. We'll be just fine.
Of course. How else can I help?
What can you
Quite
tell
a
me
few
about the
things, I'm
lynching?
afraid.
Yes, tell me quite a few things. I'd like to hear quite a few things because I know very few things.
The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57.
This is where having my badge would have come in very handy.
And this is my colleague from Precinct 41. I'm afraid he doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will.
Smooth, Kim.
How curious. Why is that, Detective?
Yeah, let's blame the unusual medical episode.
See. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode?
Yes.
I can't hear you, darling. Speak up, please.
I'm just going to run up to the drinking. What the hell?
Oh dear. Some kind of encephalopathic amnesia. I don't
Yeah.
even know how to respond.
I don't even know if that's the right word. Welcome to my
I
life.
do believe you, naive as that may sound. I simply can't imagine what you gain by faking such a condition.
As I said, ma'am, he's
Plot
technically
pacing.
very unconventional, but he is an officer of the RCM.
Kim's got my back.
Of course, I sympathize. But I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more until I've seen that badge.
Alright,
She's a
so,
professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement.
no, let's go for it.
She's a negotiator. Just float a favor at her.
I will be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something very tangible.
Oh no, what am I getting myself into?
But expect her to drive a hard bargain.
Reports from inside Terminal B suggest it's a hub for the local drug trade. This is an open secret in Martinez. The Union controls the terminal, so it goes to reason.
The Union also control the drug trade,
Profiting from this trade.
or at least are taking a cut.
The
Okay.
company has tried looking into this matter before, to no avail. Perhaps someone with your authority and resources might turn over the right stones.
I will do my best.
You can recover your badge. Though, if I may be blunt with you, it sounds like that may be a lost cause.
It may be.
Detective, a word in private before we continue.
Yes. Let's talk to Kim first.
This is not going quite as I hoped it would, Detective. Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance, and not volunteer us to be her henchmen. This woman
I
is
thought
running
it was
circles
going
around
well.
us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser. Either way, we've played straight into her hands. Oh, that would be fantastic, but do we have the time? The world is large, and your badge is 8 by 6 centimeters.
Thank you, Kim.
You could request a new one from the station, but that would literally take months. No. If there is reasonable suspicion, we must investigate.
Yes.
Otherwise, she could claim we are siding with the Union, or that we are on their take. We'd never hear the end of it.
We are in a bit of a
What
corner
I
here.
propose is, we ask her, then we investigate, briefly. But do not share the outcome of this investigation with her. We tell her it's done, and demand for her information on the lynching.
That works for me.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question.
Okay.
Better not tie the fourth day to the bat's day on this. I hope there is something else I can help you with. It's quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samaran Isola into Revachol with the Union's blessing. Wild Pines has suspected it for years.
But you haven't said anything to us.
Ingredients for what, ma'am?
Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL, and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from the stuff. Yes. After they clear the terminal, we lose track. The actual production is taking place at various sites in and around Jamrock Quarter, north of here.
I see.
Wildpine seems to be well apprised of the local drug trade, ma'am. Do you mean to say the Union also produces the product? Sells drugs, I mean?
We're in logistics. It's our business to know. And no. As far as the company knows, the Union does not produce it. They transport the ingredients for a cut.
Cut. Okay. And
Yes,
you want us
but
to
you won't
investigate.
get anything out of Evrat and the Dockworkers Union. Still, every chain has its weak link. Unlikely, officer. I'm talking about the lorries. Once the ingredients reach Jamrock,
I
they're
see.
distributed to a network of local manufacturers, well beyond our grasp. But in transit, they may be vulnerable. Perhaps you've
Okay.
noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now. Interview the drivers who are still hanging about. One of them might be waiting for a crucial shipment.
Her iris
sounds
is
like a
light
plan.
green, like the river Esperance in bright daylight, upstream where it's clearer.
Thank you, Perception.
I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you. We did. On more than one occasion. Apparently, there's some sort of inter-precinct disagreement about whose jurisdiction this area falls under.
I see, and that's why I'm working with Kim.
We know the company has launched its own probe into the Union's alleged involvement. We also know it's come up empty. It's not just the RCM. No one's been able to find any hard evidence.
Well,
Okay.
here's your chance, officers. No. We asked East Motor Track to raise the drawbridge. The road company is a partner of one of our subsidiaries. However, this is a limited
It's a
time
setup.
opportunity. Once the complaint has been processed by the trade committee, they'll have no choice but to lower the drawbridge, and the operation will continue.
Alright, so I need to get
Thousands
there.
of litres of raw ingredients will pour onto the streets of Revachol. Not the east across the river, but the west. The vulnerable, the weary.
Well, at least this solves one mystery.
What is that, Lieutenant?
why I had to call East Motor Track and beg them to open a drawbridge for me. I'd wondered since I first drove in, on my motor carriage.
Aha.
I am sorry for the inconvenience, Lieutenant Kisaragi, but we need them trapped here. This is a unique opportunity. I'm sure you understand.
Right, let's ask for a bit of proof.
How do you think they're financing this strike? There are thousands of unpaid dock workers going strong for the 4th month straight.
Fair
There
point.
was a shakedown of local businesses preceding the strike. Many were squeezed to bankruptcy to fund it.
With all due respect to these desert cacti, the contents of a few cash registers cannot provide for 2,000 men. The local businesses can scarcely provide for themselves. Precisely. Smuggled out of that very gate at night, most likely, then loaded onto lorries and driven to Jamrock. You simply need to find one driver who will open up to you. Yes?
Alright. We'll take it.
According to my reports, there are at least 3 lorry drivers lingering near the roundabout. Hopefully one of them will know something.
Fingers crossed.
It may come to nothing, or it may just blow the case wide open. I can keep the drawbridge up for a few more days at least. You should have the time you need. In the
Fantastic.
meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be of assistance. What we do. I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole. It's a giant undertaking.
So what do they
Pines'
do?
core competency is logistics. Container shipping, freight, that sort of thing. See those airships there, blinking? Those are the shipping side of things.
Okay.
That is the terminal. Another subdivision deals with energy, oil and gas exploration, offshore platforms.
The Wild Pines Group is one of the original Revacholian Indo tribes. Companies awarded royal monopolies by the king, the suzerain himself, centuries ago. The king is long gone, but several of the Indo tribes remain.
Why, thank you.
She nods.
Of course, Detective. Take care.
Let's, what does that say? Residents of Rue de Saint-Guzman. Yes, okay, right. Well, I'm glad I clicked on that. Okay. The jam mystery. Let's investigate the drivers. Where can we find the drivers? There was some mention of a roundabout, wasn't there? Oh, there's people here. Can we talk to them?
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, all right?
I'll come back to these fellas later.
You keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first. Ask questions never. That's the
I'm just
spirit.
trying to get out
Don't
of this.
even waste your breath asking about the game. They wouldn't know anyway. They're way past their prime.
Yeah, let's escape. What's that say? Alright. let's go up the road and see if we can find... Oh no, that's the way to the port, isn't it? Okay, let's go a different way and see if we can find a driver hanging around. Are you a driver hanging around?
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler.
Okay.
A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
It's the jam, my man.
Really? I thought it was the Clash.
The air from the east is thick with the smell of crude oils, heavy metals and other byproducts of the modern era. You can almost taste it.
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck.
Tis a bit.
Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Upon days.
So how long
Feels
have
like
you been
forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
This fella's a bit poetic.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already.
Stuck here for a week.
What do you need?
What are you holding?
High-grade
now?
narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that. Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. Found runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargo is mostly sporting goods. You know, tracksuits and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grad in the Occident, though we've been making headway in the Il Moran market lately. This rockin' beauty. Sure is, like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
I'll pretend to be interested in anything if it'll get me a lead.
A motor lorry, also called a camion, on Caillou and neighboring islands. This one looks roughed up enough to be some sort of found rust bucket. Maybe the A6.
Good eye, my man. Yup, she's an old one, but reliable. Me and her spent a long time together.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for.
Who's with the tribe?
Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff. The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Yeah, let's talk to them about drugs. What?
Oh, man. Me and narcotics go way back. Had some good times surfing the psychic waves of my own consciousness, you know?
Yeah, you look like you did.
But those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now. Why the inquiry, my man?
I'm gonna run up to it.
We have a credible lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout is waiting for a bulk shipment from the harbor to load it on their lorry and drive it to Jamrock.
Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This jam's got folks up in arms, and I'm afraid it's headed toward a conflagration.
I don't think he's gonna tell us, but
Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol. I'm a guest here. You really need to find another man to probe with those questions. It's like, whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out. Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? Forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess.
everyone's got different ideas of what they're
I've
after.
heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like, a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up. Precise demands and so on. They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching.
Anything
Anything else?
No.
Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do.
I'm guessing all of you drivers.
Us lorry drivers. Camioners. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really. Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
What's better than chasing transient pleasures? The more transient, the better. When one's ended, you can get onto the next one. He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something warm and deep beneath a cool exterior.
Let's see what we can do with this.
Ease into it. Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter.
I'm okay, man. Just... the jams got me down. The fumes, the chemical rainbows, the tarpaulin stretched on the frames and the dull engines off.
Well, we're going to see if we can sort it out.
Maybe the full-on direct approach wasn't correct. Damn. It's tricky business looking into someone's eyes and not doing it wrong.
Alright.
Don't be a stranger.
Let's see who else we can talk to.
Lonesome. Long way home. Here we go. Home awaits. Walk past Station 41 and through the market. Past the Boogie Street spearhead to the other side of the lake. The frozen eye at the center of the district. Then past the video rental store on the corner. There, at the end of a street lined with pine trees. A small house, no larger
Okay,
than
I get it, I get it.
11 Voyager Road.
And we've almost finished Advanced Race Theory as well. So, see if we can find someone else to talk to, and then maybe we can go and talk to Measurehead.
Something odd? Come to tell me to fuck off again? Drugs? They are shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my body. You know where that shit comes from? Sarah Miriza, Safre, Ilmara. They take the money from our local junkies here and then use it to outcompete us in the manufacturing
Gotta
sector.
protect your local junkies.
They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage, racial economic sabotage.
He eyes you warily, unsure how to respond. This goes on for about 2
Might as
seconds.
well play into it.
Then,
I don't know shit. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
Yeah, so why are you still hanging
What
around?
do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little kips sneaking around at night. If they touch my stuff, the bosses will be on my ass like ass cancer.
That would be a terrible
there
shame.
was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby.
Yeah, let's try that.
Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver who loved this country. We were having a good debate about genetics at the Wheeling in Rags when some kip boys smashed his lock and took damn near everything. Lost his fucking job over it. Since he left, I haven't had anyone to talk to.
For him, I guess.
Fucking travesty is what it is.
What are you rolling?
Not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation.
Yeah, come on, what are you picking up? Apples. Apples?
Yeah, apples.
He's given you the runaround. Let's be honest, you were bested.
Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealang, that beady-eyed South Samaran. His little side business is a scam. I wouldn't be surprised if he was peddling drugs as well.
Oh, here we go.
He's a Samaran guy who likes to pretend he's some kind of businessman. Really, he's just selling his employer stuff. Stuff he stole after he broke the seals on his human lorry.
Alright, let's go find him then.
Just follow the smell. It smells like apricot and oil when you're nearby.
Yes, yes. Where is he?
Looks like I offended your partner there. Too bad. Sea Lang's usually a little bit south of here, near the canal. You can't miss him. Just watch yourselves. His tribe are natural liars. It's in their blood. He's your man, all right?
I wouldn't be so sure about it. Not until we've heard what Sea Lang himself has to say.
Never meet anyone nice.
So,
Advanced race theory. Everything is calm in the eye of the race storm. Your mind is lucid and bright. The mind-bending.
Let's go and talk to Measurehead about it.
The unpromising race pupil returns. And... Look, babe. The rich man has humiliated and emasculated this couple. He can only think in base materialist categories and feminine abstractions like money.
Rich man really fucked him over, Jean.
She's annoying as well.
His rage is already played out on the stage of history as the grotesque tragedy of revolution. All it can accomplish now is impotent academic text and neurosyphilitic rock and roll melancholia. Impotent class warrior, I take pity on you. You clearly want to enter the harbor bad, like a little boy who wants to go on the potty. I can press the button for you. It will open the door.
Thank you, that's all I
Very
wanted.
well. You may enter the door once. Our race conversation here has concluded.
Finally.
Good, let's go in. Wait, am I not going past him? Is it this door? It is that door. Okay. Dewey typewriter. Let's investigate all the things. Strange buzzing sounds from the radio. Giant ass print. Well, I could have figured that out myself. Yoink. Yeah. Oh, what's in this cupboard? +1 visual calculus, -1 drama. Yeah, let's try that. Anyway, what we are actually in here for is...
Yes?
No. Round the corner. Alright, we are in. Collecting rainwater. Okay, lovely. Oh, let's grab this then, shall we?
The tarpaulin cloak is still hanging on the railing. The white rectangle of the river. As your fingers touch the tarpaulin, it almost feels like the cloak wants to deliver a message of comfort through your fingertips.
So we think it's probably mine.
I will shield you from the elements and give my life for yours. That's what the cloak is relaying.
You're a bit dramatic there, Nate. Right, so this can go on in place of the jacket and give me the same buff, but also an extra one. What the hell is shivers? I don't know. Anyway. Let's have a look around here. Oh. Commodore Red potent Pilsner, eh? What's in here then?
Smooth. Listen, it's okay to take a few minutes to yourself. Sit down and have a breather.
So this is where Renee works.
If you must. But please hurry. We are pretty easy to spot up here.
Okay.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents meticulously organized. There's a framed photograph on the table.
Let's
Let's
leave
get
the
going.
picture alone.
The entire neighborhood can see us up.
Alright. Oh,
All those empty wine bottles and cigarette butts on the ground. Someone partied really, really hard here.
Well, yes, I think we can say with relative confidence that it was you. I am, but it doesn't matter.
right. Thank you, Kim. Your faith in me is whelming. Right. No, there's definitely no sign of a badge there, is there? Why is this billboard significant? Okay, I'm just looking at the Wild Pines logo. What are we doing here? Well, I needed a savoir-faire. Oh, but I don't need it anymore, so I'm just going to wait.
A rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Marsh. On. Arrête. Off. With a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air.
Okay, I got to play with the crane. Alright. Are you done?
And, with a surprisingly quiet thunk, the crane places the container down.
Go
The
me.
harbor sleeps as the strike rages in the distance. The crane can rest again, now that its purpose has been fulfilled.
Okay.
The rusty control panel
That's-
grows warm to the touch, then grows cold. It is finished.
I'm doing everything but saying a prayer to the machine
The
spirits
faint
here.
smell of burning rubber reaches your nostrils. A short circuit.
I can't see how that was worth the ruckus, except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying.
It was, wasn't it? Now, let's head up here and take a look at the container.
Before you stands a cargo container. Just one of many in the yard.
You do? Because I don't. There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one?
Maybe
There
there's
may
contraband.
very well be, but we are not here to look for that. We are not here to interact with containers. We are here to get the body down from the tree.
You attempt to turn the handle, to no avail. The doors seem to be mechanically locked. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement.
Let's knock on the door. I don't know, there might be helpful drug ingredients inside?
The knock produces a hollow ring of metal. Doesn't sound like there's anything inside the container.
Doesn't sound like there's anything inside, but I can take an impossible roll to persuade it to open. What's this? Oh, there's some money there. Oh, hang on. That's Gvalsund. Okay, lovely. Quality stuff. Wait, can I go up here? Yes, I can go up here. What's over this way? Oh. I'm just investigating. Apparently I cannot open that. Okay. Maybe it required lockpicking or something. Yeah, let's take some money. Industrial sized thermos. Is there anything grabbable over here? No. Hello there.
Container, container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, container, put the logos on.
Alright, well, we've got this fella
The
who
lyrics to this
is...
container song are being made up as he goes along.
Really? I'm so glad you told me
The
that.
accent is so thick, it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi, from the vanishing peninsula of Ubisund on Muindi.
Okay.
Container, container, used to be Wild Pines. Container, container, now belongs to Everard.
He seems happy. Let's not disturb him. What's in here? Thermoses. Oh, hello. Very singular.
Is a walrus of a man seated behind a large desk. He looks up from his work, not the least bit surprised to see you.
Well, hello there,
With
sir.
great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you.
Let's get
Welcome,
straight
Mr.
to
Dubois,
business.
Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. Please, have a seat.
How do you know who I am? I don't even know who I am.
I'm Everard Clare, head of the Debarders Union here in Martinez. I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents me from getting up. You understand?
I do indeed.
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair, on the other hand, looks like a torture device.
You go ahead, detective.
No, I think I'll be fine
Whatever
standing.
he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. I'll do my best. Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
Yeah, let's find out.
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner, as equals. Take a seat. I insist.
It's nothing. Yes, that's probably right. It's nothing.
Alright,
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you are a
let's
reasonable
take
man.
a seat.
And reasonable men can be of great use to one another.
Alright, let's
So
try to
tell me,
remain serious.
how can the head of the Debarders Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
Well, you could lend me some lads to help me get the corpse
The chair
down.
you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world. It's violating your backside.
Some people pay good money for that.
By the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners, it pains me to say. This should take care of that nonsense. It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a cafeteria manager. Go ahead, take it.
I don't
Wow,
think I should do
that's
that.
25 real. That's good money. You need it.
I think I'm going to refuse the money.
Okay. I respect a man with principles. No handouts, then.
No, no handouts.
Now,
Just
I'd like to set
give
your
me some
mind
help.
at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak.
Great.
I've got my best hounds looking
I've
for
lost
that
my gun
lost
as well as my badge.
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. Lost gun, lost gun, lost gun.
Yeah, it's not a good thing to lose.
The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only 2 words escape its gravitational pull. Lost and gun.
I'm not in command of this conversation, am I?
Oh God. Why didn't you think of this before? Cops have guns. Where's yours?
Let's get through
Fuck
this.
love. This is your gun. This is serious.
I need to heal a bit of morale.
Are you all right, Harry? You seem anxious. Don't be. Everything's going to be all right.
I'm sure it
It's not
is.
like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be all right.
Okay, so I would not be averse to one particular local child finding my gun and pointing it in his mouth.
It was loaded. There were 2 bullets in it. You always keep at least 2 barrels loaded.
No.
God, you're sweating. Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't you?
I am not about to cry in front of this fella.
Mr. Dubois, you don't look so good.
I don't,
What is
actually.
this? Mr. Dubois, he keeps repeating. What is he trying to pull?
Where is my morale going?
Mr. Dubois! Mr. Dubois! Harry!
There are no
Mr.
Harrys.
Dubois, are you okay? Can I get you a glass of water or something? Are you having some kind of medical emergency?
I may very well be.
Maybe you could use your hands somehow. In a kind of throw-in motion. Like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him. He's Mr. Dubois.
What an odd demonstration of... you got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As entertaining as it was, I'm afraid we're wasting our time. And I'm an extremely busy man, as I'm sure you are too.
Yes, I seem to be.
Okay, enough. We are here to ask you some questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Yes. Let's keep on task. Thank you, Kim.
Here's your window. Get yourself together and ask him questions. Police officer questions.
You might have noticed there's one hanging on a tree behind the hostel cafeteria.
Yes. Lend me some lads.
My. Don't take this question personally, but why would I get involved in this matter?
Well, it would be a good demonstration of the fact that you're not responsible for this matter.
Mr. Clare, The man was hanged with a cargo belt. A steel-reinforced cargo belt. It's safe to assume the Union had something to do with the murder.
Yeah.
Besides, getting the body down would benefit all of us. It's a stain on the neighborhood.
I can certainly see how having him up there might start affecting some real estate values.
Yes.
But of course, all joking aside, I am going to help you.
Good, thank you.
Jean-Luc, my boy, I'm sending 2 police officers down. They have a dead body in a tree problem they need help with. Namely, they need it to be taken down. And, Jean, please take it easy with the race science. He's had enough of that.
Well, you're right
You
there.
can find Jean-Luc down at the gates, but you already knew that. Anyway, he's going to help you.
Yeah, let's find the
Of
Mr.
course.
Dubois.
Let us dispatch with the formalities. You call me Everard, I call you Harry.
Sounds a bit
My
pally,
God,
but
so it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop, aren't you? What are the odds of that?
well, I thought I was a particularly terrible science fiction amnesiac cop myself. But anyway,
I think the odds of that are very low.
I assure you, there's nothing to be ashamed of, Harry. You're among friends, and the good news is... I have a big fat folder on you, Harry. I'm sure you have a lot of questions to ask. Maybe I can help you out.
maybe. But,
I'm sure you had some concerns you thought I might be able to address. And you were probably right. I can.
I feel
It's
like...
just a brown folder. You can't make out what's written on it.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
Or that he's keeping his own.
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind? Me and Harry are talking about his lost identity right now.
Here we go.
As you look at the folder, Everard covers it with his hand and pets it. Is he trying to hide that it's not a real RCM folder? It certainly doesn't have the RCM stamp on it.
Okay, Harry, you got me. This is from the Census Bureau, not the RCM. Those Census Bureau people are absolutely corrupt. You should do something about them.
Well, I'm trying to do something about absolute corruption, but you're not making it
Get
easy,
the
Nick.
name from the Census Bureau, and everything else from your actions here in Martinez.
Oh, well, that's not going to be very helpful, considering I can't remember most of my actions.
Yes, Mr. Kitsuragi from the Census Bureau. Like I said, now I'm actually a very busy man. So is there anything else I can do for you, Harry?
That means he doesn't really know anything about you.
Yeah, thank you, Logic. I kind of figured that out.
Pity. The mystery of you will have to remain a mystery for the time being.
But at least we got my name.
Yes, that's what I said. Try to keep up, okay? Let's move on. My dear Harry, there are literally millions of containers in this harbour. I couldn't possibly remember what's in all of them.
I'm going to follow the hunch.
Harry, you smooth-talking son of a bitch. Time is a precious resource, and I don't have enough of it to count containers with you.
Smooth talking. Maybe that's the way to go about opening the container. You should at least try convincing it.
Yes, your lost gun. My best men are on it. They're turning every stone, searching every playground, asking kids,
That was pointed.
grandmas, everyone. Your gun will be found, Harry. Let me assure you of that. It's just a matter of time and effort.
The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage. Who knows? Only one thing is certain. If you work with him, you're going to get it back. And working with him might be the only way to do it.
Damn it, Harry. That's exactly what it means. I'm only kidding, of course.
Of course. I understand. We help you, You help us.
Honestly, I didn't want to bring it up, Harry. I heard you have become Measurehead's race pupil. Of course, Harry, of course. You're not some kind of a fantastic racist now, and rest assured, no one's gonna hear about it.
Right, more
No one's
leverage.
gonna know what you did with race there, Harry. Your race bonanza is safe with me. Word of how racy it got will never leave Martinez. Anyway, I assure you, I am a very well-informed man. Information reaches me before I even get the chance to request it.
Great.
What?
What about the drug trade?
Harry, how could you say that to me? You know I appreciate a joke as much as any Johnny fat guy, but I can't take slander. Are you actually investigating this?
No
Harry,
comment.
you wound me, Harry, in the heart. But I trust you to put this to bed. Do what you must, and let's change the subject, shall we?
That's
Thank you for your understanding. We will continue to do what we must.
exactly, Kim.
You too, Lieutenant. You know, I like you, but you never were my favorite. I'm a
Ah,
Harry
right,
guy.
here we go.
I'm Team Harry.
None taken. Do we have anything else to do here, Harry?
No, well, let's talk about
Oh,
the
of
hanging.
course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinez. I know everything that goes on around here, and I would love to help you, like I'm helping you with the body and your lost gun.
Yes, you're being very helpful indeed.
It's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me, but there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing wide open.
I am very, very suspicious of his sudden desire to talk.
Yes, that sounds good. Let's do that.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines. Incredibly talented at opening doors.
Well, we've opened one or two.
I'm not
But-
sure I understand. If you're asking us to break down someone's door, it's not going to happen.
Come now. I just need you to go open a little door for me and leave it unlocked. A simple thing. Absolutely nothing shady about it.
He says shadily.
Does this jiggling ooze think he's going to use you? He's got another thing coming. Play his game, son, with your eyes peeled. He's going to slip up, and when he does...
Fantastic, my friend. Just let me know when it's done and we can take our friendship to the next level. You can get the key from Manana. He's down by the gates. Manana's like a free agent in the Union. Special operations. Hardened socialist. A real free thinker, too. He'll tell you precisely where the door is. One last thing, Harry. Just open the door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door.
Okay.
Wait. You need this to get in and out through the gate.
Great, wouldn't want to get stuck in
There.
here.
You're one of us now. A real red and white Union man. Take care, Harry.
Well, I think that's a good place to leave it. We've ended up working for the company and the Union. That's going to be fun to sort out. Tune in next time. And in the meantime, don't forget to like and subscribe and all that bollocks. See ya.